some chert in these road cuts. It says there should be some in the area. I'm not seeing any yet. But I'm gonna check the creeks running through the area as well. We'll see. So I did read a report, one man's report, of there being chert just south of a town about an hour or two near Lexington, Kentucky. And seems like there's nothing. This is part of what I do to look for Flint. I just look for little hints and explore the area. And unfortunately here I don't see anything. So part of what I do is I find these, little hints of where chert might be in creeks, rivers, road cuts, and areas where I won't disturb anything important. Anything that washes out into creeks is already disturbed, so that's cool. That's cool to take. You just have, it takes a lot of work to be able to find where these washouts are, or where it would be running through a road cut and maybe falling off into the road. And you just got to be careful. You got to make sure you know the laws. Like some laws say you can't pick up rocks. But it's a lot of detective work. It's a lot of trying to figure out where things might be, where they are. It's more difficult than you think. On to the next one. So I was hoping to find some new sources of chert, but so far I haven't found much of anything. I found a little bit of limestone, which I can work. You can work limestone. It's not as fun. It's a little more difficult, and it's not as sharp, but it is pretty sturdy. If I don't find anything new this time, I'm gonna go back to a place that I have found some really good chert. So that's where I'll probably be heading if I don't find anything. But hopefully, I find something about an hour that way. So if you're ever in Kentucky looking for flint and road cuts and creeks, be really careful. There's people let their dogs run in the street, and I've almost hit quite a few because they just bolt out. Like, I don't expect them to just bolt out like that, but there's just like free running dogs like pretty much everywhere in these little towns.
They chase the car.
And they chase the car barking, so like you got to be careful that they don't get under your back tire. But that's happened 3 or 4 times so far. And just now I saw dogs following people on horses going into the woods. But they were in the street, and there was just this line of dogs. It was interesting. It's a little chalky. Limestone. I don't know. Looks like shale limestone. It's weird. So we're getting a little bit closer, and in these road cuts, I see a little bit of limestone, but I don't see any chert yet. It's more like siltstone, shale, little bit of limestone, and I'm not sure what that is. It's cool looking though. Anybody who's a geologist want to be friends? You can talk to me about rocks all day long. I'll never get bored. See, that boat ramp there would have been a good place to look, but I'm not going to stop because I don't see anything that looks quite like chert up in these road cuts. But you see the road cut, and then you see the boat launch. Go look down in that creek, because you never know. I might have just seen a patch of flint. Maybe I'll turn around. I don't know yet. Yeah, when you see the patches of flint, it'll be like usually it'll be like the darker color than the blue surrounding it, or the light gray surrounding it, and it should be shinier. I'm seeing what looks like little tiny patches, but nothing worth stopping for just yet. Huh. That seems dangerous. So the main spot was no good, totally overgrown. I can't really get up there. But I am seeing some very old, what looks like chert. Nothing I would consider good. It's more shell-like than anything. If you look right here, there's, well, yeah, it's shell-like. I mean, that's nothing I would take. Alright. Maybe on the other side it's more pure. I don't know, I can't get up there right now. Oh well. Alright, so to explain that a little bit better, it looked like it was, at one time, good chert. Over time, when it gets weathered, it turns more shell-like and it starts to fall apart, like I showed you. Maybe on the other side, at the top, there might be some really good stuff, but there's no way up there right now. Maybe during the winter, I would be able to climb up there, but right now it doesn't look too good. I went down to the riverfront to see if there was any rocks on the shore, but it was a very deep river and I didn't see any rocks at all, so I guess we'll just continue on. And I'm not really seeing anything, so that report may have been false. I'll check back again in winter and maybe get up top and see if there's anything at all, but it does not look like it. So one of the things I've been thinking about in looking for chert like this and reading geology reports and them saying, yes, there is high quality chert up here, and me going and looking and seeing that it's very old, very weathered, and not good for flint knapping at all. What I'm reading is coming from a geologist's perspective, and they aren't really looking at it from a flint knapping point of view. Whereas when I'm going to look, I'm looking for the shiny, glassy chert. Or something that fractures in a conchoidal way. Yeah, outwards like that. And in some of this stuff, I look at it and it is chert, or it was chert. In my not geology opinion, not a geologist opinion, at one time it was chert. That's the way I think of it. Like, at one time it was knappable. Now it's just falls apart into dust if you drop it on the ground, like you saw in my video. And that's the problem I keep having. Fallen rock zone. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe there's some fallen rock that is flint. I doubt it, but maybe. One of the things that I really enjoy about this is I love exploring new places, and I love just adventuring. So I just got to see all those really cool cut-throughs. There's more coming. And I'm just in Kentucky. I've never been here before. And I'm just driving straight through to try to see if I could find anything. I'm also getting to see historic sites, and they seem to have a lot of markers around. I might have just saw some, so I made a U-turn. I'm not sure. Maybe. This is a pretty steep hill. I think I saw a spot to pull off, so if there is a spot to pull off, I'll go look. Alright, so I drove around a little bit more, and I found it. Problem being, it's about 90 feet up in the air. You need some mountain climbing gear, and it's about that big. It's pieces in a line about that thick. So that's a bust. that
It was pink.
it was pink. I've not seen much pink flint, pink chert. That was pretty cool, but it was grainy, and like there's like I was saying, the geologists don't know, like when we're asking for chert, it's got to be solid, glassy. It can't be freeze damaged. It can't be crumbling into dust. But yes, that was chert. I wasn't able to get any video of it because, like I said, you need some mountain scaling gear, ropes and claws and grappling hooks, and stuff like that, which, you know, I'm not gonna do just to look at something this small.
If we see any more, we'll video it. There's some.
Yeah, it's right up there. It looks like little bricks.
Yeah.
Like little bricks going along the side of the highway. But it's not what I would consider a flint knapper's chert.
There's a rest area coming up. Let's stop and see if there's another rock face there.
Yeah, it says there's a rest area coming up in about a mile. I'll stop there and see if there's any more rock faces that maybe I can record to show you guys what I'm talking about.
Yeah, because there it is again. So there is a vein going this way.
I have a friend in Ireland who's trying very hard to find flint, and he's having a rough time. So I figured while I was out, I would show how I go about doing this, at least. And then, you know, once you do find that flint in the walls, look in the creeks nearby. But in this case, you're going to find pieces this big that you really can't do too much with. So, hit and miss. Alright, so the speed limit is 70 here, and I can't really get the camera focused on the chert going past it 70 miles per hour. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to splice in a picture of what the geologist had posted in his report. There is a picture of it. I don't seem to see any more, so we might be past the area that was in. But it was only about this thick and kind of looked like brick, like just brick in the geological layer. So, Eastern Kentucky was kind of a spur of the moment idea. Let me try to find some chert in Kentucky, because that would be awesome. There were a couple areas, most of them I couldn't get to. Some areas were flooded out with the recent storm, and other areas it's private property, off limits. A lot of the rivers were really high, so I couldn't see any rock at all in the rivers. Same thing with the creeks. They were flowing fast and very muddy, so you couldn't see any of the lithic material in the water. Maybe another time when I come through, it might be easier to find stuff here. I know there's stuff here, but I'm gonna head into Ohio, where I know exactly where to get some chert, and that I'll show you. Alright, so we're going to a campsite on the Ohio River in Ohio, and hopefully it's good. So I'm just going to drive and be on the lookout for anything interesting at all, not just flint. And if I see anything interesting, I'll record it and tell you about it. And, I don't know, maybe a dead deer, maybe a wild pig, maybe a rampaging elephant, maybe a kangaroo. I saw a kangaroo on an island once. I'm not kidding. In Rhode Island, off the coast, on a little island called Block Island, there was a kangaroo. And a camel. And I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. Look it up. Look it up. Nope. Nope. Shale. Nope. 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 We are crossing the Ohio River, And up ahead is the Kentucky-Ohio border. So out of Kentucky and Ohio.
In a quarter mile, slight left onto US 52 West.
And a slight left onto 52 West. So we stopped to just cook up some potatoes. And I look over here. And that's Flint. I just randomly found Flint at a fire pit in Ohio. The hell?
Is it good?
Yeah.
Test it.
Not sure what kind of flint this is. Might be like basalt, I don't know. I don't know of anything that's black like this around here. But I'm gonna test it. That's Flint. Do one more. Yeah,
That looks nice.
that's good Flint. Huh. So, this is what good flint looks like. There's no arced edges or anything, so this is not an artifact. This piece right here you could easily turn into an arrowhead. I have no idea what kind of flint this is. I'll have to look into it. So the value biscuit is like super salty, super thick bacon. I'm not eating that. Sodium nitrate, and salt. No.